Field notes. In the past couple of days has been challenging because I am looking for that connective tissue. I'm looking for that thing that will relate to not just my story and the thing that makes my story interesting, but I am looking for the thing that makes this our story. And what I mean by our, I mean a human story, a human being story. It's very easy to sound preachy. It's very easy to sound ungrateful. And I think it's also very easy to be angry. The anger part of the story is there. It's a part of it, and I can't deny that. I don't want to be angry for the entire show. And the rage and the anger is masking my pain. But it's also a way through the pain, and it's also a way to try to find that human lesson and that thing that we can all connect to as a human experience and not just as me and my experience in Star Wars. And I think what's going to make this show good, I hope, is the fact that I'm not just telling a Star Wars story. I'm telling a human story. I'm telling a human being story and using Star Wars to help do that. Funny thing is, Star Wars itself is a human being story. It's a story about what we go through in our struggle to be a hero. And not a hero to the galaxy and not a hero to the universe, but a hero to yourself, and listening to that voice inside you and paying attention to that voice inside you and letting it matter and believing in it so much that you will sacrifice, give, and take a leap of faith. Star Wars is really good because it has all of these like little leaps of faith. Me actually trying to put all my ideas into a format that is a play is a huge leap of faith. It's a huge leap of faith for me because as much as I'm used to being on stage and doing plays, which I have no problem with, the problem that I'm having is autobiographical. And it's very difficult because I've never been one to think that I was that interesting. You know what I mean? And my Twitter post that went, I'm not going to say viral, because I don't think it's a virus. I think viruses are germs that kill. I don't think that post went out and was a germ. I don't think it was detrimental. It was very healing to me. So I'm not going to say viral. But the thing that really made me realize that this thing was an interesting thing was that post. It made me think that people were actually interested in hearing what I had to say and hearing my story. And not just like hearing cool Star Wars stories. There's a way to do that. I got to get around. I got to get through. I'm not going to say around. I got to get through the rage. I got to get through the pain to find that connection because the rage is stopping me from connecting to you. There's a big part of me that wants people to pay. I want everyone who referred to my performance and referred to me as some kind of racial stereotype to pay. You know, I do martial arts. I'm a martial artist. And the difference between a fighter and a martial artist is martial artists, in my opinion, martial artists know when to fight. It's the when. And growing up, I fought. You know, before I realized what martial arts was, I got into fights. That's what it was. I ran from a lot of fights too. I'm not going to profess to be this bruiser that, you know, iron, you know, knuckle stronger than a coffin nail kind of dude who would just like stand up to bullies and knock them out one punch. There were some fights I ran from, I'm not gonna lie, because generally I did not want to fight, right? I'm not a fighter that way. I don't like fighting for fighting's sake. I like fighting for something, but I don't like fighting for fighting's sake. There is a part of me that wants to kick some ass. There's a part of me that wants to knock people around. There's a part of me that wants to throw people out the window, especially those who profess to speak about race and racial issues from a very privileged point of view, from a privileged perspective. And that's what I got during the backlash. These were people who were talking about race in a way to incite racism as a tactic for destruction. These people don't really, or they didn't really care about race. They cared about the sensationalism that racism brought to the conversation. And Jar Jar was a vehicle for that, and I did not think that was right. And because of that, I wasn't seen as an actor, and that's where the rage comes from, because I really care. I care about being an actor. I care about the work that I put out. I care about doing the work. I really love it. Here's the thing. I love being an actor. I love actors. And I don't think that should be a bad thing to say. I love actors. I love writers. I love directors. I love doing this thing. And there's a lot of stuff in between the here's an idea and this is what it looks like that I don't like, right? And for some reason, actors get this reputation for being these children who don't want to leave their trailers and who are constantly talking about, I don't have the yellow M&Ms, and they throw in temper tantrums and stuff like that. That's very small. That's this bit of the people who want to be actors. The majority of actors show up on time, know their work, know their words, step on stage, do the work, and go home to their families. It's a job, you know, and it's a job that actors, and it's a job that the actors who care about it, they love, you know, and it's one that they want to do every day, all day. They don't want to be in the trailer. They don't want to be backstage. They want to be either on set or on stage. That's me. I want to be either on set or on stage as a performer. It's my favorite thing to do. It's so when I step on set as a director or as a writer or as an actor, or as a producer, when I'm in the environment, oh my God, it makes me feel so good. The environment makes me feel so good. I hate backstage. In the Stomp days, when I was standing backstage, I was like, oh my God, can we just start the show, start the show, start the show. I just wanted to be on stage. I just could not wait. I couldn't wait. I would be pacing back. Anybody who knows me, who was in Stomp with me, knows I was pacing backstage like a caged lion before I got out there and did my thing. I love it, y'all. I love it. And I feel like I haven't been able to do it to its fullest because I was judged and I was stereotyped, and I gotta get through the rage. I gotta get through the rage. And it affects my work too, you know what I'm saying? Like I show up and there's this expectation and I get mad. So I'm trying to find a way to use all of that and get through all of that to connect to that human story. I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in Field Notes, because Field Notes has been, for me, really, to work it out. But at the end of this, I'm gonna ask. I got an ask. Here's my ask. Be brutally honest with me. What is it about my story that connected with you? And what do you want to know? Hit me on Twitter at Ahmed Best. Respond to this video on YouTube and I will answer you. What about my story connects with you? What do you want to know that you don't know? How do you feel about it? Be kind. Don't censor. Just don't be mean. I don't think that's necessary.